Hello, today we are doing 17.2, which is a vertical analysis of a balance sheet. Following up yesterday, we had done a vertical analysis of an income statement, so we're just moving into our other financial statement, a balance sheet. So looking at this, here we have a balance sheet for a corporation, 3Green Products. We've got our assets listed here, liabilities, and stockholders' equities. Hopefully you remember from Accounting 1 that our accounting equation is assets have to equal our total liabilities and stockholders' equity, so you can see that that happens here. So what's going to happen when we do a comparative balance sheet analysis is you're going to notice that total assets is at 100%, which means that that's what we're going to be dividing by, all of our assets here. And then when we come down to the lower half, we have total liabilities and stockholders' equity at 100%. So we will also be taking all of these divided by that total liabilities and stockholders' equity. So it's pretty simple. In terms of the math required, you just have to remember what you're going to be dividing by. So total assets here and by total liabilities and stockholders' equity on the bottom. So this is just a more zoomed in look at what we're doing here. So for example, if you were to take the notes receivable, which is 6,200, and divide that by our total assets of 237,000 and change, you're going to get that 2.6%. Okay, so pretty simple math. But there are some ratios that we're going to look at here and that you'll want to make sure that you know for the test. The first one is something called the solvency ratio, and what that is it's a ratio that measures the ability of a business to pay its long-term liabilities. Okay, long-term liabilities has to do with solvency. Total liabilities divided by total assets is going to show something called our debt ratio. Okay, and all that's looking at is what do we owe versus divided by what we own. Okay, and that gives us our debt ratio. So two ratios you'll want to make sure that you know come test time. And then looking at the bottom down here, this is again just our liabilities and stockholders' equity section. Notice that they do have a total liabilities, but that's not what we're dividing by. Same thing, they have a total stockholders' equity. Remember, we want to take it by the total of those two together, which again is that 237,000 and change. Also, that'll be our 100%. So that's what we will be dividing by on the bottom. Okay, so pretty quick lesson. Hopefully it's not too confusing. Should be pretty straightforward. We're going to go ahead in the next video and look at our work together. Notice that your assignments are the on your own application and your terms and your questions, which can be found on Google Classroom.